What's going on, Jets fans? It's your boy DT back with another training camp video. Day 6 for the New York Jets, second day in pads. Quite frankly, we got to be honest. The offense struggled at the beginning of practice. Defense was kind of having their way with the offense. Fields specifically was struggling in 11 on 11s. He went 0 for 3 with multiple sacks in one of the team periods. He did finish strong with a great back shoulder pass to Alan Lazard, as well as a nice uh, read and diagnosis of the defense, which ended up resulting in a touchdown to rookie Mason Taylor. So started off really weak for the offense, but ended on a positive note. Couple players that stood out, in my opinion. Jamie and Sherwood had a great coverage rep on Garrett Wilson deep down the field, broke up the pass. And Malachi Moore had another PBU, so he continues to come on strong in his rookie campaign for the Jets. When asked about it at the press conference, Coach AG gave a couple standouts. He said Brandon Stevens, who I guess had a bit of an up and down day. He had a defensive pass interference against Garrett Wilson, but then came back and shut down a couple plays. He said Quinnen had a really nice day at practice, throwing off some of the plays from the offense. And then the linebackers, Quincy and Jamie, obviously, they had a good day as well. He said Quincy Williams is always flying around. He's always very vocal. So love to see that from the linebackers. And then on the offensive side, he said the running backs had a good day. There was a lot of work for the running backs. He said trying to get that dirty 5 yards is really important for these running backs in this scheme. Obviously, they need to be able to put their head down and get through the blocks and pick up those dirty 5 yards, like he said. And then he also said the O-line stood out this practice session specifically. So not a great day passing the ball for Fields, but seemed like a really good day running the ball for the offensive unit here. Quick injury note, not much of a scare or like a huge thing. We don't need to sound the alarms, but Braylon Allen was not at practice today. He had some knee soreness after yesterday's practice, so AG said they kept him out. The Jets have an off day tomorrow, Wednesday, so they won't be back onto the field until Thursday, giving Braylon Allen enough time to recover from that knee soreness. Another player that AG talked about was Will McDonald adding pass rush moves to his arsenal. He says he wants to be coached. He wants to be coached hard. And that makes sense. If you watch the Origins film that One Jets Drive put out earlier last week about Will McDonald, this is a guy who's very new to the football position. He just started playing in high school. So he needs the coaching, right? He needs to be able to have somebody teach him the ways of being an NFL caliber edge rusher. And I'm not going to say that the coaching staff last time didn't, but it just seems like this coaching staff is really ready to put their hands on Will McDonald and get him to do more things for this defense, which is only going to get better. Some quick special teams notes. The Jets did, in fact, sign kicker Nick Folk. Aaron Glenn confirmed that in his post-practice press conference. So that's great. He will be now competing with Harrison Mevis at the kicker position after they cut Caden Davis earlier today. So that's a good sign for the kicking competition. I think Nick Folk has a really good chance to win that job. Also, Mike Westoff, legendary special teams coordinator for the Jets in the past. He is in attendance today at practice. I'm not sure how many practices he will be around for the Jets, but it is important to note that Westoff is in the building. And as soon as Westoff comes in, they make a change at kicker. I flirted with the idea of this last week when we found out when Westoff was going to be in the building. And now that it's happened, it's kind of funny, right? You bring in a legendary special teams coach. You have two really inexperienced kickers who aren't having the best camp so far. He comes in and now all of a sudden you cut one of your kickers and then you go out and you go get a veteran kicker. So Westoff in the building. Nick Folk comes in. We'll see how long it takes him to get out at practice. I'm sure he'll be out there on Thursday with the team. But just a quick update. Bad day for the offense. Finished strong. Defense seemed to be all over the place today. So really love the back and forth. And AG kind of alluded to this in his presser. You want to see this team go back and forth, right? You don't want to see just the defense winning every day. You don't want to see the offense consistently winning every day. Obviously, we want to see development and we want to see good things come out of this offense, but the defense being as talented as it is, they're probably going to win more days than they won't, right? Just like it was from 2021 to 2024 or 2023 really with Rob Saleh. The defense was winning a lot of these practices because that's where the majority of the talent was. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers comes in and throws things off, kind of gives it more of a balance with the talent on offense and defense. But I consider the defense winning not to be over alarming. I do want to see Fields be a lot better on Thursday's practice. 0 for 3 with multiple sacks in 11 on 11 period seems a little bit unacceptable for where we're at in this stage, but it's still early yet, right? We don't have a game for another week and a half. So, really excited to see everything coming out of camp. Quick video here. Like the video if you are new. Subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subs. Hope to get there before the season opener against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I'm DTereman, and I'll catch you next time.